This is Immortality Factory. It's a factory builder all about exploring immortality, apparently. So we start with not very much going on in a pretty empty world. We have got some research that we can undertake. Click on one, then fill the laboratory with the correct resources. That is fine. We will start a factory. That is going to be our first bit of research. Now, this is like a coin machine thing, and we need to put coins into here. There's a few resources that will allow us to get started, but I've got to imagine that we're going to have to find another way to generate coins in pretty short order, to be honest, but certainly it feels very, very nice to sort of click these things around here. Anyway, that goes in there. Research the start factory, get it done, get us across the line, boom. What have we got? Okay, we've got an air pump, sucks in potent air from the surrounding valley and puts it in a bottle. Okay, and sure. And then we've got single storage place for a single resource. Okay, let's do that as well, I suppose. And then... So we've got resources now. This is rich air, and that's now generating to here. Very nice. I guess we'll store that somewhere else. Cool, and then we've also got gold coin. Two of those can afford you a nice sword. Fine. We can also get some more research on the go now. Pump speed increases the pump speed, or refine resource. This is going to unlock a refinery and some new recipes as well. Well, let's start the process of doing that. We'll also get another air pump if we can afford it. That would be kind of nice. There we go. Boom. It does cost us whatever. It costs us incrementally more resources to get more and more. And yeah, we need to click on it in order to allocate the resource from wherever it is in the world over to here. So yeah, if we click that, then yeah, we'll make some progress towards air pumping. That is good. Why am I working on getting another air pump? I don't know. It just feels like it's probably going to be something that ends up paying us dividends pretty darn quickly. Okay, so there is a maximum number that you can get before the resource changes. We don't know what that resource is yet, but that's okay. Right, let's get into the lab and make some progress on the refining. We only need, what, 2 more? And I've got them in storage. So that's great. Make sure that I've always got at least a few more in reserve here. Always good to have a few there. All right. What do we got? We got some more research. I'm going to get pump speed. We're going to start the process of doing pump speed. That's pretty good. Air pump refinery. Yeah, let's get a refinery. That's actually fairly easy for us to do. So what do we refine then, I wonder? What do we refine? We've got a recipe here. Unlock more and better recipes by researching. It looks like 3 of these. Excellent. Will be refined into... well, we don't even know, but it's this shard thing that's coming. Okay, let's get more research done. Now, at the moment, I'm doing all of this sort of stuff manually, but, you know, there is going to be the ability to automate this process, at least as far as I'm aware. There we go. There we go. It's looking good. It's looking really good. And we'll get that into storage. So there can only be one output in the output bay at a time, but it looks like we could basically have a full roster of inputs before it won't accept anymore, which is grand. Very happy with that. Let's put you over there and you into there. Nice. And so what is this? This is a mana crystal. Crystallized mana contains impurities. Could be used for simple spells. 2 more till we get pump speed. Automation. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That is absolutely perfect. We can't... Oh, yeah, we can move these things, actually. Well, let's move them up into some form of a grid. There we go. It's just right-click to move them. So what do we got? We got 9. I think that's fair. That's a totally reasonable number. I'm going to get a few more in there. And one more in here. There we go. There we go. And... there we go. All right, so that is pump speed that is officially improved. Is it noticeably different? I mean, it's not bad, I suppose. Either way, who cares? Because we're going to get automation, and we're going to get automation pretty darned quick. We can also get research speed as well. That's going to cost me 16 crystallized mana shards there. Let's do that. Ha ha ha. This is brilliant. Look at this. We have got some proper automation now. Worth noting, it looks like we can only have one inputting into the refinery at any one time. What about outputs? Can we do outputs? Looks like we can't do outputs to a single storage, but that's okay. What do we got? A splitter and a merger? Absolutely perfect. That is what we need. I mean, that is literally what we need. Speaking of need, I think we need to get another refinery. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's just immediately start the process of refining over here. Let's get you down there. You down there. It's not very even, but that's okay. I just want to try and have a bit more consistent input, a bit more consistent output. It looks like, I don't know, time-wise, it looks like it's fairly well balanced. There we go. Good. I think these splitters, etc., I mean, this is going to be really, really useful. We've also got the ability to destroy stuff, or we can unlock that anyway. A new machine, a disharmonizer, and a new recipe, disharmonized mana crystals. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll get to that in a little bit. Make sure that I'm constantly... You know what? Put this up here. We should put them together. I don't know why I'm doing this. There we go. That's better. Put them right there. Let's make a consistently good-looking operation here. That's looking a heck of a lot better. Cool. Let's add a few more extra canisters into there, and then let's make some progress on the research, which I realize I could automate, but I think the better thing to do is to not automate right now. I will prep to automate. Oh, that deletes it. Okay, so if we do move it whilst it's got a resource in it, it deletes it, which is, I just did again there for some absolutely obscene, stupid reason, but hey-ho, it's not going to matter. The point is that with this, we should be able to get the splitter and the merger, and with the splitter and the merger, we will, I hope, be able to make some cool improvements. Right, splits, merges. We want to merge. We need three of these. Great, and now we can build it. And would you look at that? Okay, so we've got, very simply, 2 inputs, 1 output. Let's actually put it up there. And that's a pretty good looking system to me. We're going to need to get, I guess, increase research speed. That sounds fine. Ah, there's like a little crystal here that sort of pops up showing it's in waiting, ready to go, being buffered. I don't know how many we're going to be able to buffer there, but that is worth considering. I'm also gonna, you know what, I'm gonna disconnect this temporarily because I need to capture a few more crystals manually so that we can refine them into some new buildings. Yeah, we definitely 100% need a new building. Also, don't know what that is. Don't know what that little tear in reality thing is. Don't know what this is. Don't know what any of this stuff looks like. Don't know what any of it looks like. It's fine. Can I take this out of here? I absolutely can. And that's totally fine to do, because getting another refinery is kind of exactly the thing that I need right now. Very okay with that. Another refinery, another air pump. I wouldn't say no, actually. I wouldn't say no. Do I want to be merging all of these inputs? I don't think so. I think we're kind of all right just having bespoke inputs at the present moment. I mean, it'll presumably get to a point where I need to do something, but for now I think we're okay. Let's get another refinery. We will get, there we go, there we go, there we go. I guess this is kind of the issue with the fact that we've got, you know, 3 pumps, and if I did have a merger here, we could probably merge it all down into one and then sort of split it out or whatever it is. You know, the balance is definitely off, and I don't know what the exact balance is that we need right now, but a 1-to-1 ratio, short term anyway, seems like a plan. Right, that can be reconnected in there. That is grand. Right, so research speed we're gonna get, and then we get destroy stuff? I guess that's what we need in order to make a little bit of progress. Do I want to get any more refineries in the process? I think the answer to that is I kind of do. I kind of do. Okay, so there's another level here, like pink crystal sort of style thing. Well, let's continue to get some more air crystals. There we go. Air pumps, even. Worth noting, it does take the crystal directly out of here, and I think also in the backup area as well, like the little buffer, the buffer area. Don't need a splitter, don't need single storage, don't need any of that nonsense. We're just going to manually take these things out of here, and that will be fine. And then once we have got laboratory research speed, we can move straight on to the next thing here. I don't think I can build another lab yet. Don't think I can build another lab. Right, let's get this done, and then let's get destroy stuff done just after that. So research is absolutely blisteringly quick now. This is looking way, way better. I mean, a lot better, in fact. Oh yeah, this takes no time at all. So here's what I'd kind of like to do. I would kind of like to get a merger. I'd like to merge this together, and I'd like to get another merger. That is a merger, and then build that over there. Let's connect this up to here. Let's connect that up to there. 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 So now, in a very roundabout way that doesn't look entirely balanced or indeed optimal, we now have 4 of our operations moving towards research, which is grand. That means that we're only 6 crystals away from getting destroy stuff, which makes me very happy. Don't know what any of these resources are yet. Rich air, mana crystal, etc. We know all that. I'll bank a few crystals because, I mean, there's always going to be a need for them. I say always going to be a need for them. I presume there's always going to be a need for them as long as we have splitters and mergers and whatnot. Oh, okay. What have we got? We've got a disharmonizer. It's going to cost me 3. Breaks resources apart by nature and magical sequence. Let's get it built. Let's also take a look at what we've got research-wise. Nothing here, research-wise. Okay, the refinery can now do stuff. Oh, okay, so if we feed the disharmonizer with these crystals, then we're going to get the pink stuff. We're going to get the... Well, in fact, you know what? Let's just wait until this completes, and then we'll be able to figure out exactly what it is that these resources are called, so that I'm not, you know, misrepresenting their names or just looking like a daft idiot. This is cool, though. This is very, very cool. It does look like we need to move all of these resources out before we're able to make sort of any progress, but that's okay. What have we got? We've got liquid curse. We've got mana dust, often snorted at dinner parties by the archmages. Brilliant. Okay, new machine as storage vault. That seems like the optimal thing to go for. I do not like how much manual labor I'm going to have to go through in order to get all of this working properly. I'm also thinking maybe I need another disharmonizer. Where's my building? Oh, we can't get another disharmonizer. Well, that's a problem, because I was thinking it'd be really nice to get another one, and that other one, we could just sort of disassemble this splitting operation that we've got here. Anything else that I want to get? Single storage? No. I mean, I don't really want to mess with that. We know what the disharmonizer... We know what our objective is. We just need to get the storage vault, and that will fix all of our problems, I think. So, yeah, let's get the storage vault. It's going to take me a little bit of manual work to get this done, but it'll be worth it. All right, and I think that is the storage vault. Amazing. So, what do we need in order to buy it? The storage vault is going to cost me 3 of these golden things. Well, it's a good thing that I have got 3 of these golden things. Now, these rock pebble thingies are available. We don't know what they're called yet. What do we got? That's a new thing as well. We don't know what they're called yet, but we can make them by using 3 of these little, what are they, gold dust? Silica powder. Okay, let's move this out of here. Let's move this out of here. Let's think about what we want to do. So, we want to have, I'm going to move this back in here. We want to have 2 of the purple outputs come into here. So this is going to be mana dust stockpile. We want to get another refinery. In fact, to be honest, this refinery could just do what we need. And then this, I guess we'll just keep manually for now. I mean, I don't love this situation. We still need to get another storage vault, but I need 3 stones in order to do that, and that's going to take a little bit of time. 80 of these. That is crazy. An abyssal door, 32. I mean, yeah, why don't we start work on that? Why don't we start work on that? Because then we can just immediately have this output head straight up over there. So I think that is totally fine. And in fact, we're quite fortunate that we've got a few of these, what are they called? Dark curses, arcane curses, whatever. We got a few already backed up, which is quite nice. I don't think at the present moment, well, I don't think it, well, I was going to say, I don't think at the present moment we've got too many crystals in the system, but actually now, upon reflection, looking at it, we kind of do. Obsidian plate, by the way, that's what that thing's called. Yeah, I think we're going to get another disharmonizer. We need 4 stones, and what I think we really need to do is we need to have a split system. We need to have a split system where we have, I mean, there's 4 that are just, like, literally perched here. And then 2 there. So, yeah, we may need to have a ratio of 3 refineries, 3 air purifiers to 1 disharmonizer. But I think we can manage with 2. I mean, even if it is slightly more inefficient, I think we can manage with 2. So let's get those ones assigned over there. We've got you up here, which I'll just leave out for now. That's fine. And this is what we're after. This is now maxed out. I don't know what the heck we're going to do. Probably put money into a refinery just to buy it, honestly, more than anything else. Let's get that disharmonizer down. And let's see what we can do. So remove, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to remove the wire connection. Ugh. Right. Let's try that. See if that makes any difference. Is that going to be enough? I mean, it will be enough, you know, on some degree. It will work. Let's get that to go to, sure. Oh, for God's sake. Meant to left click. Oh, that is frustrating. Right, so we need to condense that to there, that to there. And then I don't want to remove that, because if I do remove it, we're going to end up losing it all. So that's no bueno. Right, what else? You need to be going to here. So that's going to be brand new bespoke solution. That's going to be brand new bespoke solution. This, we're going to need to get another merger, probably. You need to go up to here for now. That'll do. I know we need about 1 million more splitters and 1 million more sort of systems in place to make this all happen. Do we maybe want to, because we're not really limited by throughput, because it all sort of like magically teleports around, maybe what we do actually want to get is a splitter. Maybe we merge into 1 and then split out to 2. It does the same thing, really, as what we're doing right now. The only value, I guess, in having the splitter is if, let's take this, put it over here for now. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to do it all manually. It's fine. The merger. I would love to get this, but we can't yet. We go, disconnect that. That's how you properly should be doing it. You need to left click and then right click to get rid of it. And then let's click merger there. So that will give me 1. And then this goes into there manually. Refinery, sure. Refinery. Sure. Refinery, sure. And I need a merger. I need a merger. Desperate for a merger. And into there. And then into there. I mean, just leave it over here for now. Yeah, what do I refine? I mean, what can I refine? There's no recipe. There's nothing to do with these things apart from make more and more refineries. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. It's a bit of an issue. Right, what I really need is this though. I need that to be to there, that to be to there, and that to be to there, because at all costs we need to be moving ahead with research. That was the wrong place to link it up to. That's more like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. We need to be moving ahead with research. Full steam ahead. That goes into there. Great. Reconnect it. That goes into there. At least this may look chaotic, but it's fine. It is working. So, let's restore the air pump to its former glory. Yeah, I know it's a little bit counterintuitive, but we are gonna do it. A splitter? Sure. I will get a splitter now. I will get a splitter. We will put the splitter right here. We will then get a merger, which I need more golden powder for. But once we get the golden powder, manually, yep, manually. I wish I had the opportunity. I wish I had the opportunity to... I mean, I really can't stockpile more, so that's the only thing, right? The storage vault is going to cost me 3. Maybe I do want to devote some of my limited resources towards making another storage vault for purples, because, man, I'm just wasting them now. I'm just having to get rid of them. This is a bit of a shame. And this, yeah, because we need another merger here as well, but you know what? Give me another storage facility. Yeah, another storage facility, just literally connected in like so. That's good enough. It's good enough. We need another merger before this will actually work. I know. At least half of it can go there, I suppose. But yeah, we need to build another merger here for these top two, and that'll merge into here, and then that will all be stored, which is really nice. The good news is, we're unlocking the Abyssal Door very, very soon, which is great news, because, honestly, we need it. I can't... let's get... I'll move you... I can't even... whatever. I was going to say, maybe I'll move you to extra storage, but there's already things in those storage there. That's fine. What do we need? 5 more for the Abyssal Door. Manually add these crystals to here. Again, if I had an unlimited number of resources, right? If we had the ability to merge in an unlimited fashion, absolutely going to merge all of these together, make way more. In fact, I could probably move these down in anticipation of doing that, because I'll probably want to do that. Merge them all together, split them all out, then everything is sort of like perfectly balanced, which is really what we're going for. It's a nice little dream to have everything perfectly balanced. There we go. There we go. Take this, just delete it because we don't have anywhere else to put it. And what, we need 2 more? Literally just 2 flipping things more. Come on. Well, the last, what is it? Liquid curse is being worked on right now. It's being researched. Great. That means we are absolutely going to be removing that. And we are going to be putting this here. And we are straight up just going to be doing... Nope. Combined stuff. Yes, that's what we're after. A unifier. 100%. That will be very, very useful for us. And it's going to be great to get rid of all of these different things, which is fantastic. Right, I would kind of like to backlog a little bit of silica powder, so let's do that. Let's move that away. Anything that I can do... I mean, this ability, by the way, or this upgrade, storage vaults hold an additional 6 items. Very, very much looking forward to getting that. Another disharmonizer. I don't think I could need anything less right now. The Abyssal Door. I will get the one thing that we not got, or the one little dark curse that was just floating around. That's fine. Start putting this in here. Start putting this in here. Move this out of here. Great. Okay, I think we got a real moment where we can kind of focus on the factory right now, as opposed to just being kind of all over the place a little bit. There we go. Move that there. Move that there. This merger, finally, it's what we need. That gets undone. This merger gets built. This merger gets built over here. That gets yoinked up. That gets yoinked up. And that gets yoinked in. 100%. We have automated the purple stuff. Thank goodness. And you know what? Throw away the last one as well. And we've managed to get about 50% of the way through the research. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So what do we need for another storage vault? Yeah, we need some more obsidian. I can do that. What do I need for another merger? I need 3 obsidian. Well, we're kind of close to being able to get there. So what I think we're going to do is... I mean, that's a splitter. That's still totally flipping useless. I need... actually, can move this up here. And this can become storage for the Dark Curse. And then that can get connected up because we don't actually need it. But now, my thought process is, if I get storage vault here... Now my thought process is we should be able to buffer everything, or pretty darn close to everything. If we get one more... What have I got? Okay, I've got a spare storage vault here. I didn't mean to do that. I guess I meant to build a merger. Yeah, we build one more merger. Here, there. We build one more merger. We merge the 2 outputs from here to here. And then we split the output with this splitter that I've been hanging on to for what seems like forever now. We split this. And then that goes there. Merger. Great. You go there. You go there. You go there. And that output is there, and then this input is here, and this will move to this location. Still have a spare thingy now. Maybe I want to use this as a backup storage solution for up there. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. We can still build an abyssal door. Get rid of all you don't have need for. Is that it? Is that all that we can do with the abyssal door? That's a bit of a shame if that's the case, because I was kind of hoping for a wee bit more. Merger. Yep. There we go. The merger goes here. That comes down there. That goes up there. That goes in there. Hallelujah. We've done it. It might look utterly chaotic, but it is actually kind of working, which is great. Now, this is all surplus to requirement. I'd like to obviously fix it up, get it all sorted, but yeah. At least now, we know that it's all working. We know what's going to happen. Oh, tell you what. We can get ourselves a storage for obsidian plates up here. That would be kind of great. I will need to get another storage vault, but I don't think I need to do that right now, because I can manually sort of just take these out. The problem with the purples was that you get two per disharmonizer cycle, which is not easy. Not easy to deal with in that quantity. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so this area needs fixed. We know that this area needs fixed. Air pump. Yeah, I can build an air pump very easily, in fact. And I need one more merger. Two more mergers. Build another air pump. Sure. What the heck? Let's do it. In there. In there. Another merger. Yes, please. Yes, please. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So, another merger and then a splitter. So, we want to merge everyone. So, 2, 4, 6, 7. So, I need one more thing. One more grouping in order to get 8, which would be a nice, even divisible, split divisible number. Right, so we get a merger here. That's there. That's there. And then we want to merge these two into one. Well, ideally we want to merge this one and another one into one. So let's prep for the fact. Actually, oh, I've done it. I've done something. What did we unlock? We've got abyssal door, which I've still not built yet. Merger, splitter, unifier. Converges multiple resources into one. Okay. What does that mean? Let's take a little look at the old recipes, shall we? Unifier is 2 of the purple sand things and then 1 of the regular sand things. And that will give me the thing that increases the storage vault capacity. Okay, so mana dust, silica powder. That's what we basically need. So it's basically an assembler. Right, so we need to be putting this here. That needs to be removed. Silica is going to come from here. I mean, we've got a splitter at the moment. We can always just sort of take one up there. So that would be fine. I mean, it will half the silica production that we've got, but the obsidian plate production that we've got. But I think that's okay. Can manually move that down there for now. You know what? I'm also thinking maybe we get another disharmonizer. I'm kind of thinking that another disharmonizer would not be the craziest idea in the world. Yeah, I'm thinking that I want to do it, another disharmonizer. What have I gotten myself into? I'm now realizing, because there's going to be a whole bunch of automations that I really have not counted or thought about. Yeah. 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 Okay, well, slowly but surely, I feel like we're getting there. Let's select our next research, shall we? It will be... New recipe, cheaper mana crystal. Disharmonization. Ooh, that's not bad. But I don't think we can do that yet. I think we can literally only get storage use. And that's, I think, a different crystal from the other ones. Yeah. Okay, let's put you into here for now. Let's... I can't even manually... I'm going to have to manually do this, haven't I? Right, manually up there. Manually in there. Let's at least try and unify stuff. So what do I need? I need... In order to get a splitter... I only need three. 3 mana crystals, which I have plenty of. Mana crystals coming out the flippin' wazoo. Now that's good. That's what we like to see. Okay, what is this thing called? This is called a weak mana gem. Right, put that in there. Okay, turns out this is not what we need. We need this. That's different. Fine. That goes there. That goes there. So this is called something else. I don't know what the heck that is called yet. But we'll deal with it when we get there. Now, I'm thinking that I might actually want to get one of these abyssal, what are they called? Abyssal door things? Yeah, sure. We'll just start trashing these. It feels wrong. It feels really, really wrong to do. But I just don't need them right now. And there's just not anything else that I think I could possibly need. Air pump. I don't need another air pump. I don't need another disharmonizer. I need another merger. Yep. And I need another merger. Oh, they're quite cheap now. Okay, that's good. They're really cheap. Storage vaults, abyssal door. No, don't need anything else. Oh man, this needs to get reworked a little bit, doesn't it? This needs to get reworked. I can feel it in my bones that this needs to change. I mean, this is not super bad, but this is just an absolute mess, man. This is a mess. Right, so we do that. We get that out of the way. Let's think about this. We put that there, that there, that there. So we merge all of these. Still not going to be the super nicest to look at, but that's okay. Merge them all there. Then we merge up here. And up here. And then we merge this and that. And then that goes across there like so. That's kind of the best case scenario, to be honest. This is going to be slightly more inefficient, but we're going to do that to there, and then that to there. And that'll still give us some output of the golden sand stuff. And then honestly, build me another abyssal door and just bang that straight into the trash, because I do not care. I do not want to worry about that. We need to be on top of things. Right, how am I going to scale this up? It feels almost impossible to scale, because this is so convoluted. Another disharmonizer? Another disharmonizer needs more obsidian plate, if I'm not mistaken. Another disharmonizer doesn't need another plate. It needs this stuff. Ooh. To be fair, if the disharmonizers had better uptime, it would be better. Also, you know what I'm thinking? I'm just going to start using these. I'm going to start using these abyssal gates like it's nobody's business. Let's just say half of this is going to come from here. Half of this stuff is just going to be trashed. Abyssal gate. There we go. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of half of it, so that we can keep the good times going. We want to constantly be cycling resources. What we really need is more of this sand stuff. We need more of this silica powder. And that's the real limiting factor right now. And also just generally crystals, to be honest. I wonder if there is still a world in which I sort of merge, split. Yeah, let's maybe see if we can try and do that. I mean, I can always merge you in here. There we go. Even if it is kind of less efficient, still fine to do. So we now got 3 that are onto this one. Yeah. Either or. It still works. What I could do is, because the abyssal thingies, where is it? Yeah, because the abyssal doors are so darn cheap to build, we could just immediately void all of them, and that would save me some mergers. Save me a merger here, save me a storage vault there, etc. But I think we'll just kind of roll with it. What do I need for another refinery? Build another refinery. Another air pump. Another flipping air pump, man. I don't need another air pump. I need another I need a splitter. I need splitters for the air pumps. I need splitters and mergers. This entire process. I really like how you're sort of kept on your toes about the whole thing. I feel like I'm not really getting a good sort of momentum up, as you usually would be at this point. Right, cheaper mana crystal disharmonization. I think that's going to save us. Let's skip forward in time to the point where I have done that. I need 9 more crystals. We're pretty darn close. Let's get it done. Well, we're just one single, whatever these things are, crystals? Yeah, weak mana gems. We're one single weak mana gem away from the new recipe of cheaper mana crystal disharmonization, which is going to be great, I hope. Let's disconnect this from there for now, and let's see what the recipe is. So, disharmonization says it's now only 3 crystals to get the same output as it was last time. Okay, so this now makes this entire setup that I've got much more workable, much more possible. All that being said, I mean, it's still not, like, great. Pure Mana Gem, Storage Vault, unlocks Disharmonize Liquid Curse, a new recipe, Disharmonize Obsidian Plate. Fine. I think what I want to do is disconnect this and reconnect this. I don't think I really care about creating these crystals. I mean, maybe I should care about creating these crystals because I need them to make another disharmonizer, another unifier, etc. I'm going to need them, but for now, whilst most of our stuff can still be made with just obsidian plates, let's see if we can try and get this entire process in order. Now, I've got this one down here, which is working with 3 refineries, and that definitely seems to be working a heck of a lot better. It really, really does. If I could get a merger to here, another merger, and a splitter, here's what I'm currently thinking. I don't think, in order to get this running totally efficiently, maybe it does need 3. If it needs 3, that's fine. Let's rework this so that each and every disharmonizer will work with 3. If that's what we need to do, then that's what we need to do. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Let's move this to up here. Let's move that into there, and now that one has got 3. I need to get a refinery, which I can very easily get, and that will be my 3rd. That's a splitter, so we're going to leave that to one side for now. We're going to get that into there, 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 and then that into there. So that's if we get the air pump situation. Wow, okay, that's a little annoying, not going to lie, but if we split this, maybe this will work. I mean, I think we honestly need another air pump, which is a bit of an annoyance, but it's fine. I got loads and loads of resources, so let's put that over there. That's good. So, with that, I'm pretty hopeful that we're going to be able to get, even with this little goofy workaround thing, I'm pretty certain that we should have a much, much better time doing our disharmonization. Now, is there anything else that we want to get right now? No, not really. Not really. I will say, I'm pretty sure we don't need 2 of these refineries here. I think it looks like we do at the moment because, well, we do. But that's because we're not utilizing this sucker up here. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to retire this. Because I do need these crystals. I do need these crystals. So yeah, disconnect that there. That up there. We're still going to keep making obsidian crystals, obsidian plates, but yeah, we need more. We need more useful things. And speaking of more useful things, research-wise, what should we start working on? Probably the new recipe, Pure Mana Gen. I don't know what that means. Destruction Plus. New recipe, Disharmonize Liquid Curse. That's what we need, because this is not currently useful. We're just voiding it. Let's start the process of making that into something useful. That is a very good idea. And speaking of, do I want to get another air pump just to make this all sort of balance out nicely? I mean, we don't really need to be honest, do we? I mean, it's not a perfect ratio, but it's kind of working. It's not really working, to be honest, is it? It's working. It's working good enough. It's working good enough. And yeah, lots of crystals coming in here. Maybe another unifier. Maybe another unifier. I really don't hate that idea. The problem is that we don't have enough crystals coming through. I mean, it's simple. We just remove this. We take this over there. We stick in another unifier. We put the unifier in here. We have a splitter. No, we got no splitters available. That's fine. So this comes here. That goes there. That goes there. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of jank, but it kind of works, I suppose. The balance is a little bit funky, but it's okay. Let's disconnect this as well, and then let's get another splitter. This splitter's going to go here. Can I... Actually, I don't know. Can I rotate these things? I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. Yeah, so let's not worry about that. Oh, that's so bad. That looks so bad. Oh, that looks awful. Yeah, we gotta change that. We gotta change that. So, the top one needs to go up. That one needs to go over there. Ugh. It's not good. It's not good. You know what? You can just go straight to research. Let's bring research down here, and let's just start doing research. So we'll stockpile some of these crystals, because, or these weak mana gems, because we know some of them are going to be needed, but not all of them. Also, this is going to be a problem. For sure, this is going to be a problem. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but it is going to be a problem at some point. Now, more refineries? Nah, it doesn't really feel like that's what we need. Did I just say more refineries is not what we need? I meant air pumps. We've got one more refinery. That's jumped all the way from purple stuff all the way to gems, for which I do not have that many. I want to do more stuff with this, but I just can't. I mean, I think another disharmonizer would be good. Let's get another storage vault, because at least I can just sort of store all of this stuff here. I need lots of these. Obsidian plates, so it's good to do. I think we do need another disharmonizer. The unfortunate reality is that I can't really afford one right now. It's not really possible. How many mergers can I get? Because if I could... Honestly, if I could have everything merge in and then everything split out, that would be a perfectly balanced sort of system, but it's just not happening, is it? Oh, that disharmonizer now costs a new thing. That is worth noting. That is absolutely worth noting. So, let's do... we need... That's a merger. Yep, we need another merger. And we need another merger. Actually, technically we don't need more than 2 mergers. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And you know what? I will get an air pump. That's the only air pump that we're getting, though. So let's rework this so that we have a splitter that splits. Whoops. Into there. Into there. And another refinery. Sure, I'm going to get it. Feels pretty galling to spend that, but needs must, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing any... I mean, these are full, right? These are all maxed out, but we're not seeing any resources sort of just sitting around wasted, other than the stuff that is currently doing nothing. You know, we're not seeing anything sort of sitting around, you know... We're not seeing any of these crystals sort of piling up here. There are a few buffering now, but that's because of this issue, which we've kind of already addressed. There we go. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there. I can sort of like manually, you know, deal with this. I'd rather not. But we can if we need to. We can if we need to. Right. The real question is, what am I going to do with all of the outputs? Well, if we have the goods to make it happen, let's see if we can try and link it all up. So you go to here. So what we need to do is disconnect this. We need to get another merger. And this merger needs to loop back on itself. That needs to go there. And that needs to go there. Of course, now, this is not working. Fundamentally, it is not working. That is why we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get a splitter in here. That is going to go to there. That is going to go to there. And then the abyssal gate that we had is going to be brought out of retirement and is going to start being useful again. And doing stuff, which is what we need to see. Great. We're going to get another abyssal gate, probably. Or abyssal door, even. And that's going to go straight up into there. This system, which hitherto does not look too ugly. We're going to uglify a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we've now kind of jerry-rigged an extra system in here. And a disharmonized system in here. Is that going to be good enough? I don't know, honestly, is the answer to the question. Is there anything else that we want to get? Another unifier? Maybe. Another unifier would be kind of good. We just need more of the silica sand, to be honest. Ooh, yeah, we need to void that as well. Forgotten about that. You definitely do need to get voided. Yeah, that's why there are backlogs here. It is because... It's because we... Get rid of that. Because we had that little hiccup. Cool. Alright, research-wise, we need another 37 crystals in order to disharmonize the liquid curse, which I think is going to be really good to do. And also to disharmonize the obsidian plate, which, I mean, I don't really have an issue with at the moment. Another disharmonizer? I mean, I'd love to, but we can't. A refinery. A unifier. Yeah, let's build another unifier, actually. Build another unifier. Build... Where is it? Build another splitter. And then this is going to come from here. Let's get another splitter on top of that. And then output to there. Output to there. Output to there, and output to there. Believe it or not, that does actually work. Let's disconnect you. Let's get another splitter. This is looking so cursed. But it's kind of working. It kind of looks like it's all working. And you know, the great news is that as soon as we back up, you know, this entire storage vault of obsidian plate, then we're just going to be able to pump the sand out. God, this is like the opposite of a spaghetti factory. It's like straight spaghetti factory. It's still very, very spaghetti, but there's no bendiness. It's literally just straight line spaghetti. Right. Yeah, so this is... I mean, do we need more obsidian plates? Maybe I'm just being a little bit daft, but I think we're going to need them. And by the sounds of things, we're going to be able to disharmonize them anyway, so maybe that's, you know, sort of part of the objective. I'm not sure. I can manually start sort of adding some of these things in. I also need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this output, which I have yet to figure out. Let's move this up to here and merge. Yep. There. That's good, at least. That's something. How's this all working? It's working. Slowly but surely. We're managing. We're doing it. We are doing it. Right, we're pretty much done with our research. We've got like 3 more crystals to go. I've manually been feeding it a few of these mana gems here, and we'll just let you go, and boom. Ooh, refine speed. Double the speed of your refinements. Okay, what have we got? So the disharmonizer will now disharmonize... the dark curse into pink, green stuff. Okay, and it will now also disharmonize obsidian plates into... Ooh, and that's more sand stuff. Oh, okay. So, if we wanted to get... You know what? For example, this disharmonizer over here, which is not doing very much at the best of times, and disharmonize. There we go. Disharmonize some of these plates. Let's see what we get, and let's see what it's called, because getting another disharmonizer would be very good. It would be very, very easy. I've also been having a little think about how this process is currently working, and you know, to be brutally honest, it's just not. But we've got 3 refineries that run into this one, and then, you know, before we did have 2 that ran into this one. I think we can do better than that. I definitely think we can do better than that. Right, sand is going to go there. Sand is going to go there. And then this I am going to just manually keep for now over here because we need 3 in order to build another disharmonizer. And so this is going to get replaced. And whilst we're doing that, it gives me a great opportunity to sort out this entire area. Because I think with the addition of just like one merger. So we need to merge, merge, merge. Right, so that goes in there, 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 that goes in here, merge, merge, and then we split, and the split goes up here if it's not got anything, and then it goes down here. So that is, yeah, maybe not a super efficient way, because we could have maybe done that slightly better, but I mean, it's not bad, actually, is it? Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty close to it. Pretty close to being perfectly efficient. And for now, it's just an extra little boost, but as soon as we get this system sorted, it is going to be even flipping better. I can feed this back, and to be honest, is there anything stopping me from just getting a merger, or having a merger right here? Merge that in there, and then just bang this in right there. It looks horrific. It looks absolutely awful. But it does actually work. Yeah, that is kind of good. That is kind of good. There we go. Build the disharmonizer, and you know what? Now build a storage vault because I can afford to, and I don't want to miss the production time, so it's very important to do that. And that means that we're recycling a little bit of the sand, which is kind of nice. So, 1 more of these crystal things, perfect, and then we get our disharmonizer into here. This is going to go there. Now that automatically works with the stuff that we need. That's good. What is this thing called? It's called a gloom shard. Well, there you go. What do we want to work on now in the old research? Well, let's do pure mana gem. New recipe. Let's do it. We've already started the process. We've already got the resources there, so we might as well just sort of get it all in. Doubles the speed of refineries. Is that going to be useful? I mean, it will be useful. But I've got to this situation where it's all just kind of working. That goes there, that goes there. This was where we had our old... This is so dodgy. So dodgy. So the input now needs to come from here. That needs to go from there. And then... this comes to here now instead, which is just as terrible. It's literally just as awful. This can go there. This can go here, which we're going to continue to avoid these things, even though, I mean, I need to get the refined speed stuff, and I would love to get another disharmonizer, but I think a disharmonizer might be a little bit out of my... No, it's definitely affordable. Okay, well, let's start disharmonizing. Start disharmonizing this. How many of these do we need again? Liquids. Which one's the recipe book? This one. 3. We need 3 in order to get a purple gem and then 3 of the potion things. Fine. Now, we're currently also just disharmonizing up here, and that's feeding in there. So let's get that out of there. I need to have a consistent place where I just have spare stuff. It's kind of littered all over the peripheries at the moment, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're going to start to accrue this stuff up there, which is good. What's this stuff called? Tainted water and chaos salt. Okay, that's good. I don't think we can do anything with tainted water other than just literally feed it into whatever the research, you know, thing is that doubles the speed of refineries. That is absolutely what I want to do, for the record. Like 100%, that is what we want to be doing. I'm gonna get this moved to down here. I mean, I'll take the chaos salt because that's actually valuable, relatively speaking. Move this over here. Move this down there. Get a merger. Are we out of... Oh my goodness, we're totally out of... We're out of obsidian stuff. Let's... Maybe I reconnect this thing after all, eh? Maybe I do reconnect this. That's kind of not the craziest idea that I've ever had. Right, there's a lot of ongoing construction works at the moment, but we'll get there. There we go. Nice, quick, simple fix there. Let's get a... We merge to here. What we're going to do now is we're going to get another splitter on the outside, because I do still need some obsidian. So we're going to split into 2 storages. I did want to sort of like rescue one of those storages, but the point of splitting into 2... I don't know why, we just don't have... We don't even need this, we just have a 1-to-1. Whatever. Like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with it. This is fine. We consolidate up, we consolidate down, whatever. That is A-okay. This is all a mess now because we have no systems in place, because I need this merger to go here. That needs to drag from up top, there. That needs to drag from down below, there. That needs to drag into that storage, there. And then that leads into the disharmonizer. The good news is, theoretically, we have mostly got all of this stuff done. I'm going to need to manually feed this, although to be honest, why would I bother manually feeding that? I could just temporarily disconnect this strand, and that will definitely get us across the line. And that's going to give me a different / better recipe. Great, what do we get? We've got... Ooh, it's a big thing at the refinery. Right, well, the good news is, we can move this down here and actually use that for the purpose that it is intended for, which is research. And then up here, we're going to get a refinery. We're going to consolidate to one singular input. There we go. There we go. I don't care how it looks. Doesn't really matter. It will eventually work. It's just going to take a little bit of time. We're going to get a storage vault. That storage vault is going to store those big special crystals. And now down here, we're going to get merger. Merger. Output to input. Input to there. Input to there. Input to there. Output to there. And some research, which we are going to start doing. Happy days. That felt really good, actually. That felt for the first time like I actually vaguely had an idea of what I wanted to accomplish. Bad news. We maybe don't have enough space for all of this dark curse stuff. Oh well. So what else have we got? A pure mana gem brimming with arcane energies. If handled incorrectly, it can unleash unstoppable magical forces. But it looks so chill. It looks like such a chill gem. This is all looking good. Still breaking this stuff down. I don't know what the heck we can do. Another disharmonizer? Do I want to build another disharmonizer? Not really. I don't necessarily know if I want to be continuously disharmonizing these obsidian plates. Maybe we need to store a few more. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. I don't think I'm actually that bothered. I hope... Let's just void these two for now. I hope that the disharmonization system... Maybe I do want to get another disharmonizer. I hope this disharmonization system works after we sort of cut through all the backlogs here, but it doesn't look like it really will. So, without further delay, let's just get a sort of splitter in here. Yeah, so that'll at least sort of absorb some of the backlog. Still going to need to get another merger. Another merger. This is such a bad decision there, Potato. It's such a bad decision. Well... At least we know what we're going to do. So that's going to go to there. That's going to go to there. That's going to go to there. And that is going to go to there. It's so messy. So messy. Right, we need a little bit of extra obsidian. Merger. Beautiful. 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 Still don't know what we're going to do with this stuff. Sell stuff. Yeah, 90. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Storage can hold 6 additional items with 10 gems. Well, we're not really there yet, to be honest. Yeah. I feel like there's not actually been a great amount of production that's been happening. Feels like we've just been missing quite a lot of just consistent output. Also, this can be moved across to here now. Not like it particularly matters. Do I need to just void it? I kind of don't want to void it. I don't want to void it at all. Let's build more storage vaults. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to get away with. But if I could, then I would like to do that. That is exactly what I would like to do. Yeah, there's still nothing that we can do with that. Disharmonize. Yeah, because I would like to... I'd like to do more stuff with the sand. But at the moment, we're just making obsidian, recycling it, and taking a tiny little bit of gloom crystal out. Which doesn't feel very efficient, to be honest with you, but I guess that kind of is what it is. More storage space for anybody? No, not really. The fact that it's all running, even though it looks like absolute, complete, unmitigated ass, is quite impressive. I will say it's quite impressive. Right, cheaper obsidian plate disharmonization. Maybe that's what we need. But I need 24 of these big gem crystals. That's a lot. Sell stuff? Yeah, maybe. No, I think what we need to do is we need to wait until this research is finished. Refinery speed. Once the refinery speed is done, then we can look at the next step. Well, we are a mere one single, what is it, tainted water away from getting the job done, which is going to double the speed of all refineries, which may actually free up a few of them, you know, in hindsight. I mean, I know that we've got this ridiculous complex system over here, which looks bonkers, but it might actually free up a few of them to go and do other things. Maybe, but anyway, we don't really need to worry about that. What we do need to worry about is what the heck we're going to do with all of the outputs of this potion stuff. We need to pick some new research. It's got to be sell. It's got to be sell stuff, right? I mean, that's what we need to. We need to start getting rid of some of this excessive amount of chaos salt. So yeah, let's do that. Let's also just start getting some storage vaults. I mean, I don't know what we're going to need tainted water for. Oh boy, we're going to need a lot of storage vaults, aren't we? Yes, we are. Probably more than the chaos salt. But you know what? At least we're doing it. Meanwhile, how many pure gems do we have? They are pure gems, aren't they? Yeah. Not many is the answer to that. I think we need to get better plates. New recipe, cheaper obsidian plates. So that would be kind of useful. That'd be kind of useful. Is there anything else that we can do recipe-wise that I'm missing out on? No, not really. I mean, we do need, I think, probably a bit more sand. I mean, yeah, a bit more sand would be good for the unifiers. We've backed up on the obsidian now, so we're just sort of constantly recycling it, which is good. But I mean, we don't really need to be creating more sand. To be fair, we could just delete those connections, and the sand that we do have coming through, we could just immediately put into unification. I don't love it. I would personally prefer just to have a bit more sort of inbuilt stability. But look, if we've already got our obsidian, there's no real point in retreading it. Be nice to get another unifier if we could. If we see a little bit of sand just chilling around here, that's good to see. Means that another unifier becomes a heck of a lot more viable. This is just a mess. I mean, look, there's no easy way to say it. It's just a total complete mess. And the reason that it's a total complete mess is because I don't really want to change it now that it's got resources in, and all the resources are so valuable. Like, they are really, really valuable. It's just that simple. There we go. A few more over there. Great. We're already 64% of the way towards selling stuff, which is good, because if we could sell some tainted water to some idiot who wants to buy tainted water, I'll absolutely do that. Another disharmonizer? Nah, another disharmonizer is not what we need. We need another unifier. I am going to disconnect this temporarily because I'd like to build another unifier. There we go. Get that built. Then that can be reconnected. Fine. You're going to go over here. We're going to get a splitter. It looks like, by the way, it looks like these don't become more expensive after you've bought enough of them. So we're just going to be using obsidian plates for the foreseeable future, I guess. That's fine with me. Absolutely happy to make that work. We're going to get a splitter here. That's going to get disconnected. That's going to go in there. That's going to go up there. And that's going to go in there. A rare case of where I think I actually made that look a little bit less bad, which is quite nice. That up to there. That up to there. That into there. Amazing. That was a very, very simple, quick addition add another unifier. Pretty darn good. I didn't account for the abyssal gate thing, but what I'm also thinking is maybe I just want to get... This is gonna look even worse than my normal sort of completely terribly looking setups, but we're gonna do that. That'll at least give me a little bit of buffer room, and I'll visually be able to sort of see it out of the corner of my eyes if we do need to come and address that, give it a little bit of attention. We've already maxed out our... this is just crazy. Right, come back to here. I mean, there's no penalty for making stupidly long lines. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now I kind of need this back, don't I? Yeah, sorry. I kind of need some more obsidian plates again. That's just how the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. It's just how the cookie crumbles. Right, how are we doing research-wise? 76%. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crystals. And we need 24, so we're about a third of the way there, which is good. You know, in terms of capacity, looks like we're able to pretty much keep up with the pace here. The fact that nothing is being voided, the fact that nothing is going to waste, makes me feel personally a lot better about things. So that's good. Obsidian plates, we're rebuilding that. Storage, slowly but surely. Even this is looking pretty good. The fact that we've got the double speed of the refinery is definitely making a difference. It's going to be nice for that as well. It's nice for making more obsidian. It's a nice thing to have. And it doesn't look like... I mean, it looks like these three guys have got pretty good uptime. Not this one down at the bottom here. So there may be an opportunity... Another refinery? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. You know what we should do? Disconnect that. Disconnect that. I mean, I think I'm now at the position where I can maybe try this. This might end terribly, but we'll see. So that splitter will split both of those there. So what we need is we need a splitter here, and we need a splitter here. But then we need a merger here, and a merger here, right? So let's work backwards from where I'm trying to go. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. This is going to merge into there. No, we need another merger, actually. Because we're going to want to merge everything into one. At least that's what we're going to try. Merge that into one. This needs to be merged in. Will this work? So that needs to get merged in there. That needs to get merged in there. Yeah, and then we're going to split to here. And then we're going to split to there. And then we're going to split to there. So now... Even though it looks like complete ass, everything merges in and then splits out, which I think is the most efficient way possible of doing things, because it means that there is so much resource that is just chilling here in the buffer zone. I suppose we could buffer into a storage crate. I don't think that's necessarily what we want. I don't think it's necessary. I also don't think I have the space for it, and I don't really want to mess around with it too much more. I just think this is gonna work. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I can't sort of foresee any issue. I can't see any issue with it. I can't foresee anything anyway. Right. So now it's just a question of how. Look at how many potions we've got. It's too many. It's too many. Yeah. Now we need to figure out what we're gonna do with the. Are we still producing? Yeah, we're still producing everything here, so that's fine. As long as we got a little bit of sand coming through, that's nice. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. And then we just need that little bit of extra sand to get us across the line, and a bit more of the dark curse stuff. 89% research. Let's get this done. Oh, we're close. We're close. Is that the last bit? Is that the last bit? Hey, it is indeed. Okay, coins. We can do some coin stuff now, research-wise. Okay, what have we got? New stuff. Sub-dimensional market. Okay, let's knock that out there. 8 seconds sell any resource for coin. Some are worth more than others. Okay, worth noting. Unifier. We can unify tainted water and a coin of some sort into... I think that's a blood vial. I think that's what it said it was. Now, how do we get coins? I presume that we just get coins from whatever... whatever is the... I guess the coin will be the output of the market, which is kind of cool to think about. Is there anything else that I want to do here? Yeah, I tell you what, research-wise, let's... Do I want to start this research right now? I mean, I do. Let's get the subdimensional market first. Aha, look, so these are going to be the different 3 types of coins. What do we know what the value of any of these things are? I guess we don't. Let's see if we can start selling this. I have not got any purpose for the Doom crystals, Gloom crystals. So, storage vaults. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna not gonna put the coins in there. That's daft. I'm gonna get a storage unit. Yep. Storage vault. Can we merge different types of coins? Holy cow, that's a lot of coins. That's a huge number of coins. What the heck am I gonna do with this? Storage vault, storage vault, storage vault. So yeah, what are these coins? These are copper coins, just enough for a meager meal. Silver coin, it pays for most. 2 of these can afford you a nice sword. Fine. So we'll get a little bit of a buffer here. Oh, that's not what we were after. Get a little bit of a buffer going. That's good. And then combine a copper coin with tainted water in a unifier. So that's really what we need. Now, the reason that I don't want to start... Yeah, the reason that I don't want to start doing research quite yet is because I know that I want to do something. I want to do a unifier, basically. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to build before we start on the next bit of research, which will inevitably be the better plate. Sure, we'll start doing that in just a second. And then, what was the recipe? It was 2 to 1. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy how much tainted water we've got. I don't think we need this much at all. We get a splitter. We split it there. Split it there. Great. And then the copper coins, we just have come down there. Fantastic. We're going to need another unifier. Absolutely going to get another unifier. This is ridiculous to think that I couldn't... ridiculous to think that this would work with just one. So we'll get another splitter. And we'll get another splitter as well. And we'll split into there. Split up to 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 there. Honestly... Oh, we need more obsidian now. What's the issue? Oh, we got too many of the purple... Too many of the purple things. Right, well, back on the get rid of them train. I know I did say, oh yeah, there's gonna be 3 storage vaults that I can definitely visually see before it all goes badly wrong. Well, yeah, how did that turn out, Potato? How did that turn out? It's okay, though. Subdimensional market is going to cost me 4 vials now, so I'm going to need more of these vials anyway. Let's start putting them to one side. I have to move them over here. This copper coin is totally worthless to have over there. Just delete it. Just delete it. I just don't care that much. We've also got a gold coin now, which is great. Which is great. Which is great. Which is great. Let's split this. Come down here. Come down there. Come down there. Good. And then I would very much like the obsidian not to go into there. I'd like it to come down into here. That'd be nicer. But it's okay. We'll make it work. What I really want is another. You know what? Let's get another subdimensional market because we might as well use this here. We might as well just put the little piles of, what are they called? Mana dust? Yeah, put the piles of mana dust into the market. There's pretty much, as I see it, no real reason not to. Let's start the process of getting the better plate research now as well, because we're starting to backlog on pretty much everything else. So that's fine. Subdimensional market, yep. Put that in there. And I cannot imagine that this will sell for very much at all, which is actually kind of what we want in a weird way. I'm also thinking that 8 seconds might not be enough to sell all of these different things. So for now, let's bring back this guy temporarily. This guy's been in and out, in and out, in and out. It's crazy. We need a storage vault. Yep, and we need a merger as well. But for now, we will just do it manually. Throw it in there. Great. Loads and loads of tainted water. Is that everything working? It is. So, in terms of research percentage, we're okay. We're okay. Also, I'm thinking if I just leave these coins in, they will eventually become more valuable, right? I think that's how it works. So I think that's how it all comes together. So if I get, for example, a storage vault here and just say, hey, I just want you to output these things, whatever they're called, gold coins, then that will work. Also, this needs to get fixed. That's not what I wanted to do, but it's okay. That's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so there's a long chain. It's very confusing. I don't understand it. I cannot imagine, if I don't understand it, you, dear viewer, probably also struggling to follow what the heck is going on right now. I mean, it's working, I think. We'll just have to see how... You know what? Let's put this up here for now. There we go. Okay, so if it gets filled fully, then it'll output a gold coin. Very nice. So what we basically want here from this one is just gold coins. It's going to be a bit slower. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it'll be worth doing. And if we can get another market in the process, that's kind of... I think that'll be enough, right? Like, I surely think that'll be enough. Nice. And merger. Yep. Definitely do not want to move this once it has coins in it. Because otherwise, we're going to lose all of that value, and we really, really, really don't want to. Yeah, let's put these in here. Not for any particular reason, just feels like we should have all of our gold coins in one specific area. This is suboptimal as well. Look at how much production capacity we are wasting. Not necessarily the end of the world. Oh, it's going to cost me 4 coins to get a sub-dimensional market. Unifiers are going to cost me silver coins, so it is definitely worth us having multiple of these coins at all times. Okay, research-wise, we've got 7 more coming from... 7 more crystals coming. That's fine. Dark Arts? Ooh. New recipe for Life Force. New recipe for Bright Shard. New machine. A big splitter. A big merger. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That would be so darned useful. That would be so darned useful. And... yeah, do we need to do anything else? No, I think this is all working as intended. The good news about this system, right, is if we do need to add, or we want to add another... where is it? Another disharmonizer, which we could do. We now only need to split... well, it's this row right here, so we would just need to introduce another splitter on this row, which is not the most challenging thing in the world to do. This is not looking good. We've got a lot of blood crystals. And this needs to get merged. That was a mistake. But thankfully not a overly costly one. Just an irritating one. There we go. There we go. There we go. So now that's fully automated. That is fantastic. This is going to give me a gold coin fairly regularly, I would say. That's nice. Just need a little bit more sand. Maybe we should get another disharmonizer. I will need to stop selling the gloom crystals, which is easy enough for me to do. And actually, I can just transform some of these for now, which would be good. And then we'll save a few more of the gloom crystals. This is just crazy. This is just crazy how well this is working. Yeah, it's looking really good. It's looking really, really good. Unifier, subdimensional market. Could sell the tainted water. Could sell the salt crystals, the chaos crystal things. Doesn't look like I'm going to need to or want to, but it's an option. We got lots of options. 79%. How many more research thingies do we need to do? 5. So that means we need 50 gems basically. That is quite a lot of gems, especially a lot of gems when we're not getting all that much sand coming through. So, yeah, getting another disharmonizer, plonking it down here, figuring out all the different systems, that really is the next priority. Right, there's my disharmonizer. Let's see how this is gonna work. So splitter wise, I think all I need to do is just punt that in there, and punt that in there, and it will work. It will work. That is great. That is really, really useful. So mergers, we get this on the output, goes into there. We're gonna get another merger here, so that means that can go into there, that can go into there, that can go into there. Believe it or not, that does actually look to be working. Let's disconnect this here. Let's get a merger in there, to there, to there, to there. Looking good. And then we get... I don't even need you for now, but I think I can just connect you up to... No, I can't. I need to connect you up to, like, here. This is nasty. Nasty. Input, output, input. There we go. That actually works. And it looks like our current number of refineries can maybe just keep up with 5 disharmonizers. It's going to be a bit tight, but we can try. This is not good, but we do have a buffer here, which is fine. The reason that it's not good, of course, is because my blood vials. Yep, we have got far too many. And that's what's stopping all of the processing. To be fair, most of these two, most of the power that these two provide, most of the work that they provide, seems to be keeping up with, demand for the most part. So that seems totally fine. Coinage-wise, it's looking good. It's looking really, really good. I don't want to be spending any of them if I can avoid it. But yeah, I like the way that this system works. I think it's really, really cool. I like how you can sort of select what coins you want to have. That's great. What a great system. It really, really is. So, sand-wise, are we going to get a little bit more sand coming through? I hope we do. Looks like we've kind of burnt through all of our sort of buffer backlog here, which maybe means that we might have a little bit of downtime. Don't really want to build any more refineries. I'm just like, I just don't want to do that. Air pumps we could build. I mean... both seem like a bad option, to be honest. Definitely doubling the speed of the refineries has made it so that they, the bottleneck is now the air pump. The bottleneck is not the refinery, as it was for quite a long time. But it does seem like fairly well balanced, so it's not hugely problematic. We've got 2 more of these guys to go, which means not even 10 cycles. 2, 3, like 4 cycles each. Because it's 10 crystals, I think it's 10 crystals anyway, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 crystals to make a gem, or 10 weak gems to make a pure gem, whatever. All similar magical components, etc. That doesn't really bother me. That is going to get disconnected there. Put that in there. Nice. Does that matter? Yeah, it's probably not a great decision. Merge that. Merge that. This is why I want a big splitter. How do we get a big splitter? Let me look at the research. So, bigger splitter and merger. 60 coins. I mean, I don't think we can convert between the coins, but it shouldn't be that difficult to get 60 coins. I mean, famous last words, etc., but I don't think so anyway. Yeah, we are now at our limit here. Can I maybe get a subdimensional market, and then let's put this into there. Salt crystals, chaos salt, whatever it is. We need one more of these, by the way. Cheaper obsidian plate, disharmonization. That is going to give me, ideally, reconnecting that's going to give me more sand to play with, which means that we're going to be able to harmonize more gems at a quick rate. This is good. This is the last crystal coming through here. There we go. Get that done. Very nice indeed. So, what is the recipe? It's 2 obsidian, for 1 and 2. Is that... What was it before? Was it 3? I think it was 3 obsidian plate. Okay, well... great, I suppose. I don't know how much any of these things that I'm selling are actually worth. That is a bit of a mystery to me. But that's okay. So... Lab speed? I don't think I want lab speed. I think I want bigger splitter, to be honest. I think I want the bigger splitter, and I think we just want to start just doing it, to be honest. There's pretty much no reason not to. Let's also... not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Take this out of here. Take this out of there. Put that into there. I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. And put into a splitter here. Not splitter. That's the wrong one. Merger. Yep. And then that goes to there. That goes to there. That goes to there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Nice. So, what the heck is the issue? Is the issue... Yeah, it's the poison stuff. Give me another subdimensional market. What the heck is that? No idea what that is. Sure. Let's sell off. It's not even this. It's just that I have a maxed out number of blood vials. But you know what? Tell you what, this is a good idea. Why don't we already bought this thing? Let's sell the flipping blood vials, right? Pretty much no reason not to. I honestly think that we will probably have too much production. Yeah, production is quite high right now. And once it all sort of stops, it all breaks down. Storage vaults. Let's add another row. Nice. And then that to there. That to there. That to there. I feel like this is pretty useless stuff. I don't know how much this sells for. I do not imagine it is a lot. But you know what? We're gonna do it. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. I still need... Oh, blood vials sell for quite a lot, apparently. Well, that's great. That's really great, in fact. That is really, really great. So, that's a splitter, which I don't need. I need a merger, which I do not have. Void. Oh, I just meant to click and then pick it up. I didn't mean to do all that. It goes in there. It goes in there. That goes in there. If I... Oh, I completely goofed this, didn't I? That's the bottom one. That's there. Yeah. Do not make the same mistake that I did. That is a bad mistake to make. If you can't line that all back up, oh boy, that is going to get messy, messy, messy real quick. Right, let's get a storage vault in here. Let's get that to there. Let's get that to there. That'll give us a little bit more buffer, which is quite nice. Now we're going to go merger, which is going to merge to here. And then another merger to here, which is great. We're going to output to there, input to here, output to there. And then this silver coin is going to come from there. Is that the only silver coin that I wanted to get? No, I wanted this silver coin as well to come from here. Cool. So that will give us, I hope, some significant progress towards the objective that we're after. This is looking great. This is looking much better. I actually think that I'm selling the right things now. With the exception of this purple stuff, which I think is pretty darn useless. I think we're selling the right stuff. Yeah, everything is happening. Nice pace. I wonder, can we sell coins? Maybe we can sell coins. Let's try it. Let's try it, albeit temporarily. Oh, we totally can. Look at that. Ah, okay. So we can convert if we want to. I'm not saying that's necessarily something that I want to do right now. I'm just saying it's something that we have the option to do should we wish to. Right. So, bigger splitters. I mean, is that going to make a difference or what? It's going to make a real big difference. Next thing that we want to do, probably life force? Yeah, I'm thinking life force. I mean, unless we wanted to get lab speed first, but 30 coins is a little bit out of... It's a little bit out of the scope right now. Whereas I think what we can do... Hold on, what would we get? The big splitter. How much do they cost? Oh, it's so useful. Look at that. Look at the size of this. Look at the size of that. We should get one. I mean, yeah, of course we should get one. They're going to be great. I'm going to use them all the time now. I'm just going to stop using the pathetic original sized ones, obviously, because these are just going to be way flipping better. But what do we want to do? What do we want to do with our... Maybe we should sell these gems as well. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, you know what? I will go for lab speed. Let's go output there. Let's get this here. Input that there. Great. And so, what I now want to do is do... I mean, yeah, I will get another silver coin storage facility because I think we can save some coins in this process here. So get that in there. That goes in there. We get a whole bunch of coins, but we can feed them right back in if we want to. And this place up here, for example, we're only going to get gold coins as an output, and that's perfect. That's all that we need. You are going to get converted to... Cut this here. You're going to get converted to gold coins. You are already on gold coins over to here, which is great. Was that a mistake before? Not sure. Big merger. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I've been approaching this all wrong. We literally just line up all of our gold outputs. That's so perfect. All of our gold outputs on all of the different things. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, I'm actually going to move these all the way so that I don't confuse myself with what I'm trying to do here, which is literally consolidate down into one big gold chain, and that's that. Now that we've got that sorted, what I can do is I can eliminate this line, albeit temporarily, feed the silver coins back in, disconnect this temporarily as well, so that we can hopefully just get a few more of our coins to be fed through and turned into gold ones, which will give me the lab speed boost in maybe not record time, but pretty darn close to it. That's all my silver coins. Output there. Fine. And the input will come from this. Cool. Okay. Can I get some more... Can I get some more sales of anything, actually? Not without using another market. And all of my markets are... Well, you're not doing a huge amount. You could probably be... I was waiting to use a regular splitter there. Psych. Use a big splitter. Right into there. Look at that. Oh, they buffer more as well. That's a totally unintended consequence. That is a totally unintended consequence. Let's just do that into there. Very nice. Very nice. So, that will at least get rid of some more blood vials, which are honestly the thing that I just need to focus on getting rid of more than just about anything else. Because if that stops working, then everything else will just fail. Now, maybe this is an opportunity to utilize our big merger again. We might need to get two, given this sort of scale of what we have here. But a big merger and a big splitter, I think that would be absolutely perfect. Yeah, I think that would be really, really good. Okay, do this, 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 big merger. We do not have enough for a big merger. That's fine. A big splitter. Yep. 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 Maybe this is overkill. Could very well be overkill. But look, it's now perfectly balanced in pretty much every single way. So it will all work equally. It will all work equally quickly. It will all work equally slowly. That is the dream. That is the dream. It will work, I hope. Oh yeah, I need to check out how much these gems sell for. Yep. Let's get let's get this connected. Sure. Just do that right there. I'm assuming that these, given that they are so expensive to make, we must get a really, really good price for them. I think that was a gold coin that we got. We're almost there, actually. That's very nice. That is very nice. Yeah, we get good value for these big gems. Yeah, we've got the storage upgrade that we can get. I don't really think that's a priority for me right now, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty cheap for us to just spend some obsidian and getting some additional storage vaults. So why sweat the small stuff? I don't think it matters. You know what? Sure. That is actually fine, because we still have an air pump missing, so one of these can't take an individual one anyway. Although those two don't have. Okay, that's not fine. We're going to have to address that. It's fine, though. We can't replace it right now because we don't have the obsidian. But it's fine. So, disconnect that from there. That's cool. What do we want to get? New recipe, a bright shard. New recipe, life force. I don't think this is going to take very long. Famous last words. I need a splitter. And I don't need a complex splitter. I actually just need a very, 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 very basic splitter. To go split here, to go there, and to go in there. Nice. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And so this will take a little bit of time, but we've got the reason that we went for the research speed upgrade first is to try and get the life force slightly quicker, which is quite good. Let's stop selling our valuable crystals now and start returning to selling off the pink stuff, pink refinery stuff, which is what we need. And now let's go and see if we can get a big splitter. Yes, big splitter. So we want to go here, 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 and then you can continue to just do one single. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. And we do need a big merger. We need one more bit of obsidian. Come on. One single bit of obsidian. I don't think that we can recycle buildings. I don't think that's possible for us to do right now. Might be possible in the future, but alas. I also need to think about how we are going to... I mean, do we want to convert the gold coins? We very well could convert the gold coins that we've currently got here. Not necessarily a bad idea. We just bang that into there. It's fine. Simple recycling operation. Big merger. Yep. There we go. Merge in there. Merge in there. Merge in there. Merge in there. Almost perfect, but not quite. Yeah, so that leaves just one by its lonesome. You know what? Let's move you down here and then just give you that. Sure. So again, it's not perfectly balanced, but it is 4, 4, and then 1 to 1. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Sure. Right. Recycling the gold coins. That is just what we're after. We shouldn't really be... I mean, we are recycling these gold coins into other gold coins, but as the space becomes available, we're turning them into copper coins, and then we're punting them into the research, which is really what the main sort of focus of this objective is. What have we got now? Should still be getting more of these things. More of these crystals. Bright shard. Yeah, I think that's going to be the objective next. Well, it's going to have to be, because there are no other objectives that I can see currently. How's this all looking? This is looking fine. Yeah, this is looking good, because of course we're still continuing to sell these things. Nice! Fleshy stuff? Flesh matter? What the heck? So, in a unifier, blood and chaos salt gives us flesh matter. Oh, great. Yummy, yummy, yummy. New recipe, bright shard. Let's do the bright shard. Sure. That can be disconnected. That can be disconnected. Reconnected, because we don't need the coins anymore. Stop doing that. Coins out here. And then coin into there. That's pretty much... And then reconnect that. And that's pretty much... That's pretty much it. And we should be able to make some pretty good progress on that. yeah, I think outputting gold coins and then just sort of sporadically recycling them into the system is probably the best. Does seem to work. Does seem to work quite nicely. I mean, we're still getting the same value out of these interdimensional markets anyway. Bright Shard could very well be the thing that allows us to get the next level of subdimensional market. So that might be what it is. How are we doing resource-wise? Blood vials. Yeah, really happy with the fact that we've managed to sell an absolute ton of them. Curse recipe. New recipe, cheaper curse, liquid deharmonization. That's this stuff here. So that's just going to lose. Presumably, we're just going to get one cheaper. Maybe it's worth it, but to be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. The fleshy stuff. What was that? That was. So it was 2 blood, 1 chaos stone in a unifier. Well, the unifier is pretty cheap for us to build right now. So we can build it. And you know what? Maybe I stop selling. Maybe I stop selling this. Yeah, I could do. Do I want to trash this yet? Not really. Leave that open for now. So yeah, 2 blood vials. I can get a splitter. Yep. And we can just take. In fact, we don't even need to. We can just put this here. Forget the pathetic small splitter. We just split to there, and then just get this as the output. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's all that we need. You know, why overcomplicate things? Storage vault. Yep. Up to there. And that is going to start the process. I mean, 90 is a lot. 90 is a heck of a lot, to be honest with you. I don't quite know how on earth we're going to get... We're going to get 90. Is there anything else that I can sell that's kind of valuable? There's these gems, which I've not really sold for a little while, but... I guess that's okay. Maybe I need to actually... What do we got? Life force. Contained within every being there is can be extracted painfully. Okay, cool. Maybe we do actually need to turn our attention back to another air pump. That might not be the craziest idea in the world, you know. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it, because we're just not really able to get what we're after. I will take a merger that I have up here. There we go. And the output of this splitter, this merger even, we're going to merge the outputs together. Great. Then I'm going to get a big merger. Comes down. I know that it was going to be individual. It's now no longer individual. Let's do that. Do that. That's merged. That's merged. This is stupid. Why am I using a small one when I could use another big one? We use another big merger down here. Is this going to be any better than before? I don't know. I don't think so. And then we get a big splitter. We get another big splitter, which, you know what? We'll just split to here and to here, and it will also split into there, which feels inefficient, but actually, I don't think it matters, because once this one is filled, which it has been filled, it's going to be filling everywhere else equally, which is just fine. I think we did the research for that thing pretty darn quick. It was silver coins that we used, which is great. Better metal. Adamantine bar. Okay, maybe. New recipe, equalized orb. What did we get? Okay, so silver coin plus the gloom crystal gives us a special crystal. That's actually shockingly easy to do, and a unifier is very, very possible. What did I say the recipe was? It was just a 1-to-1. Literally just a 1-to-1. Well, there we go then. Great. Start work on that recipe. It feels like it's been quite a while since I was able to immediately get started on a recipe. This is looking good. Flashy stuff we're working on. What is it that I'm after, though? What is it that's coming next? The curse recipe? Cheaper curse? New recipe? Equalized orb? I guess we can start work on this. There we go. It's so darn quick, though. It's so darn quick. Do we need more of these? I think we probably do need more of the unifiers down here. We've got loads and loads of tainted water. Excellent. We got loads and loads of copper coins. Also excellent. Unifier. Yep. And a unifier. I just clicked that, so now we're committed to it. That's fine, though. So we want a big splitter. I really can't rotate this, can I? Yeah, I really cannot rotate it. Right. Take this out of there. Take this out of there. Take this out of there. Here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to need a second big splitter. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Input for the next one. 1, 2. And we're going to get another big splitter right in here, which is going to get disconnected. Just don't need that one. And move it down to here. And so, copper coinage coming from up top. It's going to look really weird because I can't do anything about the rotation. But it's fine. There we go. Can I build another unifier now? I can. And you know what the best thing about big splitters is that there's so much excess capacity that I can literally just start feeding in like so. Big merger. Yep. Disconnect. Reconnect. Merge. 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 And merge. Probably the most horrific looking setup that you've ever seen. But it works. It works. And with any luck, we should be able to make a little bit of progress on our blood vials, which is kind of important for this setup over here. For the fleshy stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with these crystals. Adamantine bar. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Well, ladies and gents, I think we're going to wrap things up right about there. What can I say? I've had an absolute blast. Immortality Factory. What a grand game. Early stages, for sure. But this feels super polished. I don't want to mess with that. I've said the outro. I'm not gonna place that back. It's too much effort. But yeah, really positive. Really can't wait to see more of this game. This specific version of the game that I'm playing right now is available on itch, which I have linked down in the description below, just below the like button. Wink, wink. But if there is a Steam page in due course, I will put that down in the description as well, so you can wishlist it and follow along with development if you wish. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.